What enticed you to come to Bethune-Cookman to take the basketball job as well as athletic director?
Wow, Vaughn, it's a great question. I think there was a challenge more than anything of being the athletic director. When they offered me the athletic director's job, that scared me. But it also got me fired up because it was a challenge of something that I had never had any mindset to do. It scared me a little bit, so it got me excited. The coaching part, I knew I could do that with no problem. I give a lot of respect for the university for thinking outside the box and taking a chance. And it allowed me to really dig in and to understand what it was that I had to do when I got here. Had a lot of thoughts that, how thoughts are great, except when you get to where you're going and they go, no, don't work that way. We don't have that kind of budget and it just don't work that way. But, the thing is that I when I got here, I just kept thinking about championship culture, just thinking about what that's like, and that I've always prayed for an opportunity to do more and have a platform to really make change. And when this came up, that was going to be tough for me to pass up.
Piggybacking off of that last question, yes, you obviously would not know everything that was involved in doing this, but you told me recently that you're not looking to go anywhere else, that you've dug in and you've become a part of the Bethune-Cookman family to the point where you're happy here.
Man, you're touching me real deep here because I didn't know anything about HBCUs. I'm from the West Coast. I came in here not even really having any great background on Dr. Bethune. But when you believe in something and you want to be a part of something, you do your homework. And I dug into her past and her history and what the founder was all about and her legacy and I'm bought in completely and I believe in it. It pushes me every day. And I love to tell the stories that I hear. I listen to stories about her life and what she accomplished and what she meant to our community. And still today, what she means to this community. So, I have a job to do. And I have a lot of projects. And I don't know how we're going to get them done because people don't understand that it's hard to raise money. And, raising money is something we have to do. And with the things that we've gone through, planted a lot of seeds for the last 4 years. I mean, every place I could lay a seed, I laid a seed. Knowing that eventually and understanding that the people that I had around me, we were going to get a permanent president sooner or later. And when you think about these kids at Bethune-Cookman, they deserve to have more. They deserve to play and to get educated, to have an opportunity to have meaningful jobs afterwards, and have a chance to realize all their dreams. And for me, that is really what it's been about for me, is that. When it started off looking at the jungle behind the ATC and thinking that there could be a football field here, understanding that we can't have a championship culture without facilities. We're one step away, a big step though, from having a full football facility over there. And I'm really proud of it. But we're also thinking about a track over on the old football field. We're thinking about tennis courts. We're already broke ground on the tennis courts. But it's difficult because we have to find a way to raise money. And we have to find somebody that was going to really dig in with us and understand that where we're headed now is not where our past has been. We are a completely different place with a whole new attitude.
Not being afraid to ask has netted a lot of resources and advantages for Bethune-Cookman University. Just talk about reaching out to the community to support Bethune-Cookman and how you've been able to.
Honestly, I can say it with a smile, but when I got here, you already know, I wasn't very much, I wasn't liked at all when I got here, under the circumstances. And they had the right guy, because I really care. But I've always been a people person. And I didn't have any athletic director experience, but I had, being a leader, I had that in my bag for a long time. I know how to bring people together. I know how to sow seeds, and I know that you have to reach out. You have to be willing. You know, I look at, you know, all these relationships that we've been attempting to build with all of the, you know, the pushback that we got. But, you know, I always said that, you know, the reason that we're doing this is because at some point we're going to get this worked out. And one of the relationships was with the city of Daytona. You know, I understand that the relationships were not that great in the past. But the city manager and the commissioners, you know, they've all been phenomenal for us. You know, people here in the city of Daytona, they've been waiting for us to get our stuff together. You know, and it's not been necessarily their fault. So it's been a joy to understand what it takes. And now Dr. Mosley is the perfect president for Bethune-Cookman. He is a people person. I laugh because, you know, I got a cart for him today at the football game, and he wanted to walk because he wanted to talk to everybody on the way. He's one of the last people to leave places because he wants to talk to everybody. And he's got a great feel for the business, and he knows what he wants. We've got great direction. There's so many things that he is implementing with his new cabinet, his new staffs that he's brought aboard. It's a joy to watch him work, and it's nice to be, you know, a part of a team. Because I've been talking about, you know, I laugh because I start talking about team effort. I start talking about we're a team. I started talking about raising money. We have to do it as a team. I said, you know, it took me months, a matter of fact, a couple of years to actually get them to understand that being a team is a good thing. Because for so long, everybody worked in their own silos. And then there was no team effort here. But understanding what culture is, understanding what championship culture brings, having a president that embraces all of those thoughts has been a joy, a real joy. It makes me want to finish what we started.
Saturday, November 22nd, the Florida Blue Florida Classic returns to Orlando as your Bethune-Cookman Wildcats take the field. Come watch the Cats put on a show. Get your tickets today at floridaclassic.org.
On the basketball side,
Now I know a lot about that part.
on the basketball side, last year your team was so close to being where you want to be.
Yeah.
Some unfortunate things happen.
Yeah.
But this year, everyone took note of what happened last year.
Yeah.
The players you have coming in, and you've been chosen number one. Just talk about the difference in hunting and being the hunted.
Well, it's nice. It's nice to have the target on your back. It's nice to, listen, we came in every year, we were picked second to last, or bottom of the conference. And I told everybody, our time is coming. We've been building the right way. My staff has been building the right way. My staff, even on the AD side, helps the basketball staff, and the basketball staff helps the AD staff, and we all are family. And that's what I'm really proud of when it comes to our department. I've had to get rid of a lot of people to get where we are today, and it was a fight to get there. But when you start talking about the teams, from last year to this year, one thing that really matters most is I forgot that character matters. And I told our team last year that we would win games, but if we don't win a championship, it's going to be because of our character. And that's what happened. This year's team has been so different. We have strong personalities, incredibly athletic, incredibly deep. If we can just stay healthy, we have a chance. That's been my goal since I got here. Is I want to be the coach that takes Bethune-Cookman to the NCAAs for the first time in school history. You know, that would be a great goal for me. It's been a thought in my mind since I even started thinking about this job.
You're ingratiated into it. You've had some years under your belt. Talk about the Florida Classic and all that it encompasses.
Saturday, November 22nd, the Florida Blue Florida Classic returns to Orlando as your Bethune-Cookman Wildcats take the field. Come watch the Cats put on a show. Get your tickets today at floridaclassic.org.
First of all, it's Florida and football is king. Let's just get one thing straight. The Florida Classic, I think about all the trash talking that goes on. I think about all the theatrics. I remember even in the night of distinction, the administration is walking up to me going, "Sss." I'm like, dude, don't spit on my suit. We have a lot of fun. And I have to always say this and want to remind people that there's only a couple times a year that we fight against each other. Other than that, we're all family. And, when things are not going well at one school, we pull together. And when things are not going well at one school, you cannot go too far because you flip that name around and it can be the same thing going on at your school. So, but the Florida Classic itself, I'm just so happy that even last year, as good as Florida A&M has been over the years, I thought we were one play away from making that a real nail biter at the end. I think we needed about 6 yards to get a first down. And that would have changed, I thought, changed the momentum of that game. And, right now, Woody is building. Woody's had 2 basic recruiting classes, he's today, playing against Edward Waters, I expected us to do what we did to Edward Waters. I was probably the minority, actually, with all the other trash talking that was going on there. But I think when you think about the team and the building of the team, confidence is going to be everything going in that game. The Classic is such an event. I mean, we have about 100 meetings when it comes to the Florida Classic. The consortium, and we meet after meet after meet. It's a big production, and it's rightfully so because it brings over $30 million to the Florida area, Orlando area. And I think that from a city perspective, it's a huge game. From a university perspective, it's a huge game. And we own our own game. We are the only ones that own our own game. We make all the money, So, we're always trying to find ways to make more money. You talk about NIL. We got to find ways to. We put an excellence tax on our tickets for NIL, because if you're not in the NIL game, you're behind. You're way behind. And when you don't have money coming in, you got to find alternative ways to make money. And that's what we've been trying to do. But I'm just so happy to be a part of the Florida Cast. I've been part of a lot of rivalries. I was a part of the Louisville-Kentucky rivalry for a long time. So I know what rivalries, even back in New Mexico State, the I-10 rivalries down there with New Mexico and UTEP and New Mexico State right in the middle. So there's nothing better. I'm getting chill bumps even thinking about it. So we're excited about it. I expect us to show up.
The Florida Blue Florida Classic is back on Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. Come see the Florida A&M Rattlers and the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. 2 legends, 1 stage. From the tailgates to the touchdowns, the vibe never stops. The FAMU Marching 100 and the BCU Marching Wildcats are bringing the battle and the heat. This is our game, our weekend, our classic. Tickets are on sale now at floridaclassic.org.